My big central point there in my take at 10, Tan, is that by all means have an election at the end of 5 years, but not in the middle of an economic crisis.
Well, I think what we need to end is this circus of chaos inflicted upon the country by the Conservative Party. Mark, look, in just 4 months, we have had 4 chancellors. In the last 3 months, we've had 3 home secretaries. And now, within 3 months, we are going to have 3 prime ministers. So we need to end this political instability, this economic destruction of our country. I know that the Conservative Party is busy destroying itself. But what I am really incensed about, along with many other people, is that they are destroying our country in the process. Now, what we've seen with Liz Truss, the shortest premiership in history, absolute chaos and carnage, and that's what needs to stop. That's why it's about time that the people had their say. They can choose between a serious, stable government under Sir Keir Starmer, under Labour, or they can continue to choose this path of chaos under the Conservatives. But either which way, I think that it is now time for the people to decide.
I've got to say, Tan, that if we had a Labour government, I would argue that we shouldn't have an election right now. The international bond markets won't take well to more political uncertainty, will they?
Well, look, what the international bond markets, or what the markets in general, what they have taken most unkindly to are the uncosted tax cuts inflicted upon the country through this mini budget. And that was £45 billion worth of predominant U-turns, which then Liz Truss and Kwasi Kwarteng had to do, because they both have been an absolute liability. And let it not be forgotten that the majority of Conservative MPs, the majority of Conservative members, including the faction of Boris Johnson and Nadine Dorries and Jacob Rees-Mogg, they were the ones that entrusted Liz Truss with that leadership. That project has failed, but what we need to do is to stop this confusion, give stability to the markets, because what they are crying out for is certainty, and what they want is serious leadership, because what the Conservatives have done in the meanwhile, with all of this instability, is damaged our international reputation. We've become a laughingstock. Even within our own country, we've had newspapers and TVs running whether a lettuce is going to last longer than our Prime Minister. And I think it was lettuce 1, Liz 0. But jokes apart, we need to move on from that, because whoever we speak to around the world, they are just looking in absolute disbelief that the mother of all parliaments could be, with this merry-go-round, and that's what needs to end immediately.